Community. Noun. A group of people living in the same place or having a particular characteristic in common. A group of people living together in one place, especially one practicing common ownership. The people of a district or country considered collectively, especially in the context of social values and responsibilities. Society. A feeling of fellowship with others as a result of sharing common attitudes, interests, and goals. So, what is community? Is there a sense of unity? A common bond as in like, I am for you and you are for me. Hit the block and spread like-minded messages through the raps and poems we're spitting, and no connection to phlegm. Touching on a multitude of topics, system marginalization, racism, not having a parent, some were even negligent. Brenda didn't want to buy the baby any diapers, so she blew it off on booze and Louis Vuitton. Peter Piper couldn't stay off the pipe knowing that his kids ain't got no food to eat for the night. Cash rules everything around me, right? In this community, I had no endurance left when it came to the bullying and depression. Never knew how I deal with any of my emotions associated with guilt, rage, and shame. Therapy was a foreign concept or white people's bullshit, as the old heads would say to my face. I never knew how I deal with any of my emotions associated with envy, scorn, and hatred until I bottled it up all inside and went pop like a cork. Lost my mind on everyone in the place, socked a few niggas in the face. Then you got me looking at 25 to life. Nah, I went too far again. No way. I stand before you today, explaining how I survived and learned how to cope, right? These are the testimonies of how we overcame our battles. Like, did I accomplish it on my own, or did community surround me? I couldn't tell the difference as I was coveted by the best. G-O-D, I digress. Revamp my presentation. I was slow to speak in the community, hesitant to teach. I found that there was too much responsibility that came with being a master since. In my eyes, I still saw myself as a student amongst a bunch of students working to eventually be in the lead. Or was it that I lacked the necessary confidence to be welcomed by the stage gracefully? I carry a treasure trove of fears, bigger than you and me, that could go on for years beyond today. But in my heart, I knew I could figure out the game. As soon as I played, I took it to basics, writing drills every single day, studied every single great, not even just Nas, Pac, and Big anyway. Grammar in check, rhyme dictionary ready. Earlier, I spoke on testimony and how we overcame the effects of bullying and depression. It's through these testimonies where we had droves of young brothers realizing this is how we're connected. Open mics, poetry slams, rap battles and ciphers, one true language. Doesn't matter if you're English or Spanish. Enough of the race bait. I wish you pro-white and pro-black activists quit kicking that bullshit. Can't we all just be one race? Human, I might say. I know we'll find a way to express ourselves. Community. I know we'll find a way to not look at each other as prey. Community. I know we'll find a way to understand that men needs women just as much as women needs men, and children needs both men and women to guide them without delay. Community. I know we'll find a way to quit poisoning the minds of our youths with the derogatory music, grotesque gangster films, and destructive societal conditioning. Community. I know we'll find a way to make sure that even the outcast no longer feels outcasted. Community. I know we'll find a way to protect these brothers from entering an early grave. Community. I know we'll find a way to make mothers be mothers, fathers be fathers, grandparents be grandparents, and we could all sit at the dinner table and be this one big gigantic family. Community. I had enough of the gang wars, race wars, family wars, domestic wars, all types of wars tearing my community apart, yo. I had enough of the beer bottles, black and mild tips, cigarette butts, syringe needles, cigarillo packs, and weed bags dotting the sidewalks of where these kids be hanging out at. I had enough of the desperation. I had enough of the suffering. I had enough of the tears. I had enough of these gangsters with more brawn than brains. I had enough of hearing stories about my classmates being slain. I had enough of the setbacks and delays. I had enough of today feeling exactly like yesterday. I had enough of shitty dates and constantly being moved out of the way like a moving train. I had enough of everything. No more, no more, no more, no more. Damn it, I say, no more. community.